I'm Bluekittencosplay, I'm 22, and I'm ace as fuck.
And we are here. And
Oh my
queer.
god. Yeah. Haha.
Yeah, it is Pride Month. Fun fact.
Yeah, that's true.
um,
Oh,
Alrighty. So, today's episode is retail stories. And I bet we have
yeah.
some good ones. I'm gonna refrain talking about the arcade because I don't want to get in trouble just in case they see this.
Yeah.
If I ever
That's
quit, then I'll share.
Yeah.
But everything before the arcade is free game.
Yeah.
Because I like my job. I don't want to, like, if I talk shit about, like, when I was working at these other jobs, then I had no problem.
Right. No. But
All
I'm
right.
sure you have plenty from before that anyways.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
Uh I'll let you start off with something.
Oh, goody.
Terrifying.
And that's going to be either good or bad stories, so, let's just have at it.
Yeah.
When I was working at Bath and Body Works, I'm gonna start with a bad. We'll end with good ones.
Yeah. That's probably better.
When I was working at Bath and Body Works, this didn't happen to me, but I heard it all the way from the back. It was during COVID, and we had to do lines and stuff, like, because I think it was like a really busy sale, and the line was going out towards where Macy's was. And there was this guy, and I just hear him complaining outside the door, and I think people were telling him to just get back in line or wear a mask. And then he's like, all of a sudden, he just yells out to this one lady who told him to calm down. He's like, "What are you gonna do about it, Karen?" I'm like, first of all, you're the Karen. And also, I like to call male Karens Kens, because, or no, Kevins. Because that is the a-hole name.
Yeah. Basically.
And yeah, I was just like, I was so upset because I was like, this guy is fucking horrible.
Yeah. No, that's terrible.
At least he's not the guy who compared the pandemic to the Holocaust to my Jewish coworker.
Oh.
Yeah, he said it right, or this guy said it right to her, and I was like, oh my freaking god.
Yeah, that's a good
People
one.
are awful.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Really, though.
Hiccup's clawing the door.
Oh my god.
Stinky Kitty, no!
He's trying to break in.
That happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so for me, when I was at Party City.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't a party when you worked there.
No. And proof of that is the fact that I think it was like a week after I started. I was working late, so I think I was working until like 11 or something.
Nosferatu.
Yeah. It was pretty dead in the store, so it was kind of scary already, but
yeah.
this person just comes in on the phone and they're like screaming at the top of their lungs.
Huh?
And they're like, they come into the costume section. I don't really know why, but they're just sitting there screaming in the phone. And then out of nowhere, like a lady comes in and they basically get into like a full-fledged fist fight.
Whoa!
In Party City, in the costume aisle.
Why?
And then
That's fucked up.
So I just stood there and I just went on the radio and I was like, there's a problem over here.
You went out, wait, did it like the intercom?
No, it was a radio between like workers.
Can we get some help on aisle 6, please? There's a full-blown fist fight and I don't think the lady's gonna make it.
Yeah, I wish I could access the intercom. That would have been great. But no, they ended up calling the cops, but yeah. I was just like, I just stood there watching, and then just kind of like slowly slinked into the other aisles because I was like, no.
You slinked like a slinky?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
So that was interesting. I to this day I don't know what they were fighting about, but it was something.
Listen, Bob, I told you that Elizabeth is gonna be Elsa this Halloween. If she's not Elsa, I'm gonna be McFrickin' pissed.
You know what? I think my headcanon is that now.
We're supposed to be a Disney family. I don't want to go as the Avengers again.
Oh no. That's
Rip.
amazing. That's a mood.
Oh god. Did it seem like there were a couple or anything, or probably not? Hopefully.
I mean, at that moment, probably not, but maybe they were before.
Oof. I hope they divorced.
Yeah, right. They're just like, that's one way to divorce, I guess.
And then like the mom's on the phone like,
Sorry, Elizabeth, we can't go to Disney World this year because your dad's a bitch.
Wow.
ooh, what is this episode now? We're creating headcanons.
Yeah. I think it's fitting.
Alright, another work story for me. I have two of them. I'm just gonna combine them here. This one did happen to me, but, one of them was an older lady, and she walked up to the counter, and, she was asking about, what is it called, rewards, and we didn't do rewards on our store, but other stores did. We just had the coupons, but I think they're doing the awards now, because I walked in the other day, and I was like, nah, I don't want rewards on my phone. And, she kept demanding it, and, I was like, listen, we only do coupons for our store. And then she just she picked up her bags, after she paid, and she's like, you were incapable of performing the simplest of tasks. And I was like, well, fuck you, bitch. I'm telling you, it's plain as day, we don't do the rewards.
Yeah. Apparently she was asking you to make your own reward system, right?
I ain't giving her fucking rewards.
Yeah.
If this bitch thinks she deserves a reward, it should be for world's biggest asshole.
You could have made a special Karen reward system.
No, they don't deserve rewards.
Well, yeah, the rewards are just
A spit in the face and a middle finger.
Yeah.
And okay, another one. It was during the pandemic, of course, and this, I don't know, plasticky looking bitch walks up to the counter. Or no, she didn't walk up to the counter. I think it was funny because it happened to the assistant manager as well, mostly. But
nice.
She walked up, and I'm not gonna say her name, but she walks up to her, and she says, hey, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Please don't open the product. Thank you. And, I don't know, 5 minutes later, me and assistant manager are at the counter, and this bitch walks up, and she's like, I was gonna buy this, but you were being fucking rude. And she fucking smashes it onto the counter, and it almost hit me. And, I don't know what it was. I think it was like a mini body spray or whatever. And, that happened, and I was like, oh.
Damn.
But I was like, she was more mad at the assistant manager, which I had no problem.
Yeah. Given what I know, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and that was a interesting day. At first I felt sorry for the assistant manager, because it was before, when I started, near when that happened.
Yeah.
But now I don't care. She deserved that.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm sure if you had gone up and said the same thing to her, she probably would have been pissed at you.
Yeah.
But at least you didn't have to.
Yeah, whenever I see customers did that, I just cleaned it off because I wasn't getting... I'm not paid enough to care about the shit. Or to get yelled at.
No. At that point, it's just... you might as well just clean it after anyways.
Yeah.
But
do you have another?
It's a lot. Oh god. I think other than just a bunch of like countless numbers of old ladies at the Bonton who
stealing shit
were angry that oh no.
Oh.
Well, I guess it does remind me of just generally at Party City where people would go into the costume fitting rooms and then put on costumes and then their clothes over the costumes and then leave.
Oh, it's fucked up.
But yeah, people did that a lot, and there was like nothing we could do about it because,
you'd be like, "Ooh, you're harassing me."
Yeah.
I'm gonna sue you.
Sir, take off your clothes so I can see if you're stealing a costume.
Pervert.
It doesn't go over too well. Yeah. No, but nothing too bad other than that. Luckily,
I'll end off on a funny one.
Oh yeah.
So when I was working at, I'll just say an unnamed amusement park when I was a ride operator. It's the area where the rides were. There was a bunch of like pebbles and stuff that you stand on and stuff, and this is relevant to the story. But when I look around and I see this kid, he whipped down his pants and started pissing in the rocks.
What?
Yeah, he started.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, and then the mom is like, oh my goodness, and then like she's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. This never happened, but it's manageable. And then I just covered the area where, because you could tell it was like wet there, and I just covered it with rocks.
Yeah.
Because it was easily just a kick. That's all I needed to do was move the rocks.
Yeah, well, and I'm pretty sure people aren't like supposed to be going through the rocks anyway. So at least there wasn't anyone stepping in it, probably.
No, you know what we did when we were bored?
What?
Me and I think Mark, because he was at D&D. We kept doing the those mysterious circles that appear out of nowhere. Ah, there's one right now from SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Or we make sea bear circles.
Nice.
But yeah.
The whole sombrero and everything.
Uh-huh. We wear it in a goofy fashion.
Oh, shoot. Well, I have a wholesome story, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Which is pretty recent.
Do you want to end off with that?
Yeah,
okay.
If that works.
Yeah,
So it's pretty recent. So I work at a campground. So recently someone called in and said it was a lady, it was an older lady, and she said that she was calm. She wasn't like upset or anything, but she said that her electricity stopped working. So I was like, okay, well I'll call into the radio and get someone over there. And she said like thank you like 50 times. And so someone did go over there, and she called me after and she was like, come down to our campsite and get a brownie and ice cream. And I was like, oh my God, are you sure? And she was like, she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, thank you. So I did go over there at some point, and she gave me like a little brownie and a little ice cream sandwich.
Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me of one from the arcade. I'll end off with the arcade wholesome story because it's not talking shit, but
yeah.
I got a call from this older lady, and she's like, is there any way anyone from your company, they can come to my house and fix my pinball machine? Because it's been sitting in my house for a while, and I just want it to be fixed. And I'm like, I don't know if that's something we really do, but I can contact my boss and see what we can do. And she's like, oh my God, you're so nice. Thank you so much. And she was just really sweet. Like, unfortunately, we couldn't do anything. And I was like, if I knew anything about that, I would definitely help. But
Yeah.
And then she was just being so sweet. She's like, "You're the nicest person ever," and all that. And I was like, "Oh my god, thank you! Stop! You're making me blush." It was really wholesome, and I couldn't stop smiling because this lady seems super sweet.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
She reminded me of my grandma.
Nice. Yeah. That's cool.
And it's just so nice.
See, I wish people were just automatically just nice to people who work retail, because
I know, even if they were inconvenienced, like they can just like calm down a bit, see if we can work this out. But
yeah, it's never the end of the world.
Yeah.
But,
Alright.
yeah.
And we'll finish this episode. Bye!
Bye.